Shalom. Put the attendance sheet in the Facebook. If you're there, don't forget to share this joint, man. Share this class, man. Give me a sec. I gotta share it to put in the sign-in sheet. We got the sign-in sheets rocking. Alright. Let me take care of something real quick. Shalom, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabarakatha to all my brothers, Yahweh Shemal Latha Hashem, Yahweh Shai to all my sisters. This is the ISUPK out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. I'm Officer 500 Ricard Ariar, here to give you today's class, which is the law class. Now, in the law class, what we do is we teach the Black, Hispanic, and Native the law of the Bible. The law that your parents say was too hard to do, too hard to keep. But what that law dictates us to do is to love and take care of one another. You know what I'm saying? To make sure that we're right with each other. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing. It's our Constitution. It's the way we should be living. And today's class is entitled Slut Shaming Saves Lives, which is true because slut shaming does save lives. You know what I'm saying? If you shame a slut, you're giving her a chance to look at herself and hopefully change her ways. And not just that, you're making a scene so all the younger women and other women who may think there's liberty and greatness in being a slut or a whore, they get to see what type of shame comes with it, and they might stay away from that type of lifestyle. So slut shaming saves lives. You know what I'm saying? And we see nothing but sluts nowadays. That's all we see. It's all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but whores and sluts. You know what I'm saying? Prostitutes everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's everywhere. Everywhere you go, you see hearing about OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? Cash App. $40 this, $40 that. But let me tell you something. That's not the life. That's not the life. That is destruction. That's going to be pain and destruction for you. Period. You know what I'm saying? But if you got any questions, type them on in. I'll be able to see them. I'll read them. I try to answer them to the best of my ability. If I can't answer them, I know somebody in this school can't answer it. And I'll get back with you with the answer to your question. Just type in a question, give you a couple of minutes before we start with this class, all right? Give y'all a couple minutes. Any question, type it on there. Alright, give it a few more seconds. We're going to start off with our first scripture. There's no questions. Shalom, shalom, says Yahweh Shemal Latha Hashem, Yahweh Shai. There's no questions. We're going to start off with our first scripture. Alright, we're going to start off with Deuteronomy 23:17. If you're there, read along with me. Alright, give you some time to get there. Deuteronomy 23, verse 17. Alright, I'm about to start. Follow along with me. Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 17. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel. Understand that. First you got to know what a whore is. We're going to define what a whore is later. But I'm pretty sure y'all got your own definition of what a whore is. But whatever that definition is, keep in mind, there should be no whores amongst the daughters of Israel. You know what I'm saying? And understand that it says Israel. This is a law specifically for Israel. The law wasn't given to anybody else. Anybody else could be a whore. You know, in that Cardi B Meg Thee Stallion video, everybody's upset that Kylie Jenner was in the video, but the only one that should be in that video is Kylie Jenner. The only one that should be in that video is our enemies. Our sisters should not be in that video. Our sisters shouldn't even have made that song. I mean, granted, everybody's like it's the worst thing on this earth. We heard worse. I grew up in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? But it's all the same, really, at the end of the day. It's really all the same. And when it comes down to it, you know what I'm saying, that these, there should be no whores of the daughters of Israel. Anybody else could be a whore. Let them. Who cares? Nobody wants them. It's damn near cultural for them anyway. White women invented whoredom. You know what I'm saying? Africans invented whoredom. Asians it's all in their culture. Whoredom is what they do. There should be no whores of the daughters of Israel. You know what I'm saying? No whores of the daughters of Israel. If y'all got that, but let's continue. Let's go to one of my favorite Jones. Slocky, I'm a slow typer, y'all. Bear with me. Ecclesiastes 26 and 7. We're going to start with 7. Give y'all some time to get there. If you don't got an Apocrypha, I advise that you download an app that has the Apocrypha in it. The Apocrypha is an important book. It's an important set of books. It's books that's been taken out of the Bible due to an agenda by the Roman Catholic Church to cause confusion amongst what the scriptures are. You know what I'm saying? But let's get with it. Ecclesiastes chapter 26, verse 7. An evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. You ever, if you don't know what a yoke is a collar put on your neck. So your wife is like a collar on your neck. An evil wife is like a collar on your neck. Probably tight, choking you, just like you put on your dog. Just like you put on your animals. Just like we had in slavery. We had yokes on our neck, and your wife is similar to that yoke. Now, Pete, Cardi B is a yoke around Offset's neck. But she's like a yoke shaking to and fro. Like when you got a dog and you got that collar around his neck and you shake it up, that's aggravating. That dog's not liking that. The dog ain't liking that. And that's what Cardi B is to Offset. You know what I'm saying? That's what they are. That's what every whore is. That's what Foxy Brown was. That's what Trina was, Kaya, Little Kim. You know what I'm saying? All these women were collars around our neck shaking to and fro. But let's continue. He that hath hold of her is as though he held a scorpion. But like this, Offset's holding a scorpion right now. Offset is holding a scorpion. You know what that means? She is sure to strike him, sure to bite him, sure to sting him. It's a guarantee. she's going to sting. I mean, you seen her in that video. Everything was all out, talking about what's being done in the bedroom as if it's not him. You know what I'm saying? Who knows who she's doing that with? Who knows who knows she's using as a credit card? But if Offset has any manhood in him, you know what I'm saying? Any type of manhood in him, he will be highly upset. Especially showing his goods out in public. That belongs to him. That body belongs to him. Real or fake, it's still his. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, it's his. You know what I'm saying? And she is like a scorpion, shaking to and fro, sure to bite him, sure to sting him. And all these women out here who's finding some type of liberation and feeling good about this, it's not going to end well for you. You know what I'm saying? Give me a sec, y'all. Give me a sec. I'm sorry, y'all. Bear with me real quick. Just having a little technical difficulties. It's a lot here. Alright, we got that chat back up and running. Let me type in this new scripture. Alright, that's where we go next. We're staying in the same chapter. Same book, same chapter. Just drop down a few verses. You know what I'm saying? Drop down a few verses. Matter of fact, hold on. Let's actually just stay in 26. Actually, drop down to verse 9. Alright, drop down to verse 9. Alright, let me type that in there. Alright, let's go to 9. Alright? If you're there, follow along with me. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. Her haughty looks and eyelids. Let's get the definition on haughty. You know what I'm saying? Let's get the definition on haughty. Alright? This is the definition of haughty. Blatantly and disdainfully proud, having or showing an attitude of superiority and contempt for people or things perceived to be inferior. Haughty. So you know what I'm saying? It's a look that you think that you're better than everybody else. It's especially what Cardi B and all them are. They think that every whore has this complex of superiority. Every whore thinks she's better. You know what I'm saying? and her whoredom and her value is placed on her body and her vagina and stuff. That's what whores do. Their value is in their beauty. It's in their vagina. It's in their body count. It's in everywhere that it should not be. You know what I'm saying? So that's what these whores actually think. That's how their mind state is. They have a haughty mind state. They're real haughty. You know what I'm saying? But let's get with it. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. Haughty looks and eyelids. You know, they're going to put those, those long ass spider web legs on their eyes. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why they do it. It's the ugliest thing to me, period. It is hideous. You know what I'm saying? They got bat wings on their eyes, just a flapping. But they nothing that you could tell them. They think it's a beautiful thing. They think they're the flyest thing on the planet. Because they got bat wing for eyes. You know what I'm saying? And they look dumb as hell. They look dumb as hell. You know what I'm saying? But that's what they're doing. They got a haughty look in their eyes. You can see it all in their eyes. You can see a whore when you see them. You know a whore when you see her. She's not hard to find. She's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue. Verse 10. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her straightly. If your daughter is shameless, she's starting to show that Cardi B attitude. She's out there twerking. She got an OnlyFans page. She's just being shameless. Don't mind showing the world what she should be ashamed to show. It's not meant for everybody's eyes. She is shameless. You know what I'm saying? Keep her straightly, man. Get her in line. Get her in line. A father's sole job is to keep his daughter off the stripper pole. Keep his daughter off of OnlyFans. Make sure she don't become a whore. Make sure she has some type of value for whatever man she decides to marry. Or you decide for her to marry. They put it on their cards. Yeah, I seen that too. Got no fake eyelashes on their cards. It looks retarded. I mean, we got flavor. I understand why black women do it. They want to stick out. We got flavor. We're the salt of the earth. But at the same time, you're looking like a whore. You got the whole whore attire on. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get into that too, but a father's whole job is to keep his daughter straightly. Make sure she is ashamed to be showing her body to the world. Make sure she's ashamed of that. Make sure that she is ashamed to be uncovered. You know what I'm saying? Because women like to say they sexually liberated. They're sexually liberated. That's what Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion and Lil' Kim and all of them were doing. They sexually liberating women. No, they're not. They're turning women into shameless dogs. They're turning women into whores. That's exactly what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue with it. Lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. It is abuse to be so sexually liberated. You give your daughter too much liberty, she's going to abuse herself and that liberty you gave her. And she's going to be ashamed not just to herself but to you. You're going to be like, is that your daughter? Nah, I don't know her. Who that? You know what I'm saying? You're going to be ashamed of your own daughter because she don't know how to act and you did not teach her how to act. You were literally an infidel. You did not teach your daughter how to act correctly in public. Now she's married. Now her son looking at you with all type of contempt. Her husband looking at you like, this is what you gave me? This is what I got to deal with? You ain't raising her right? Because she was shameless. She was walking around shameless, all haughty, thinking that she's superior because that's what whoredom brings. And when you give her such sexual liberation, she will abuse it. She will abuse it. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what they're doing. They're abusing that type of liberation. You know what I'm saying? Not everything's good. Sexual liberty. They gonna throw that at you. When they bring up sexual liberty, bring this scripture up. Over much liberty, abusing it. You know what I'm saying? Having pride in their OnlyFans. Having pride. Our daughters, Black, Hispanic, and Native women are worth more than $40. They're worth more than $40. But for the love of money, this is what we gotta deal with. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue. Verse 11. Watch over an impudent eye, and marvel not if she trespass against thee. Watch over an impudent eye, man. Make sure she ain't looking at the wrong things, man. Watch over her. You know what I'm saying? And marvel not if she trespass against thee. Don't be shocked. Don't be shocked. You know what I'm saying? Because she will trespass against you because you gave her too much liberty. You ain't shelter her and keep her safe from these whores out here that's teaching her all the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? You ain't do that. So now she's out here just being a straight up whore. Don't be shocked. You seen it coming. You knew it was coming. Don't be shocked. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. Verse 12. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler. Your daughter is now officially a hoe. She is opening her mouth like a thirsty traveler. She is thirsty. She's out there thirsty. Any drop of water, she'll open her mouth for rainwater, sewer water. You know what I'm saying? Some Coors, some Poland Spring. Her mouth is open like a thirsty traveler right now. You know what I'm saying? She's willing to accept anything. But let's continue. When he have found a fountain and drink of water near him, her every hedge will she sit down. She will go by any hedge and sit there. She don't care who it is. That's who she's with. Because she's a thirsty traveler. You know what I'm saying? And open her quiver against every arrow. You know what a quiver is? A quiver is a thing that archers use. It's like a backpack that holds arrows. She will hold every arrow. I mean, she is taking in every rod. She is literally a harlot. She's a whore. Straight up and down whore. Her quiver is open for every arrow. She don't care. She's sexually liberated. She about to continue that hot girl summer. You know what I'm saying? She wants to prove that she got that whack. She wants to prove to the world. The world must know it. Why must the world know it? Why do anybody care? Cardi B looked like depression. If I was Offset, I would literally be depressed. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue. Let's drop down to verse 22. Go to verse 22. Drop down. Just drop down like 10 verses real quick. And pop that up in here. You know what I'm saying? Let's just drop down a couple more verses, alright? If you with me. Read along. Ecclesiasticus 26, verse 22. And harlot shall be accounted as spittle. Now, don't mean spittle. She should be accounted for. That's her worth. When you see her, that's what you know she's worth. Cardi B is spit. Meg the Stallion is spit. They have no worth. They're a dime a dozen. No, they're a dime about 3 dozens. They're all out there. They have no value. So count them for that. Shame them. Let them know that. Let them know their worth. Let these women out there know their worth. Only people that could dictate their worth is the people that's buying them. And they ain't worth nothing, so don't buy them. Don't pay them no type of attention. Just let them know their worth. Let them know that they're whores. Let them know that they're sluts. Let them know that no man actually going to value them. Let them know that. Let them know that. It's an important thing for them and every woman to know that there's no value in being a whore, no value in being a slut, no value in being a prostitute, no value in being a content creator. No value in it. There's no value in it. If you do consider there to be value in it, that means your God is mammon. You worship money. That's what you do. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue. But a married woman with some type of value. Because Cardi B is a married woman, but she's also a harlot too. Offset just made a bad choice. But a married woman is a tower against death to her husband. The scripture says a woman is a pillar of rest to her husband. That's what she is. She's a tower. She is a good name. He should not be stressing over her. She should not be bringing him no type of stress. And if Offset is not stressed, then I don't know what to tell him. If he's not stressed, I seriously don't know what to tell him. I mean, this woman literally exposed Joe Goods on video. She exposed Jean's bedroom on video. You know what I'm saying? Told the world everything. She's loud, obnoxious, and she's... I don't know what to tell her. I feel bad for that brother, to be honest. But he chose it. A wicked woman is given to a wicked man. You know what I'm saying? But let's drop down another verse. Drop down, actually... Now, I already typed it up there. Yeah, now let's go to 25. Go to 25. But remember, man, this is a very important verse here. This is the gold verse. Remember, she should be accounted for as spittle. Let them know their worth. But let's continue. Ecclesiasticus, chapter 26, verse 25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. A shameless woman should be counted as a dog. Remember, it's a woman being counted as a dog. That means a female dog. What is a female dog? A female dog is literally defined as a bitch. Let her know she's a bitch. Let these whores and prostitutes and hoes and harlots and let all these bitches know that they bitches. Let them know. Let them know that. Let them know that. Let's continue. But she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. That is a beautiful woman. That is a golden woman. A woman that is shamefaced, a woman that's not haughty, a woman that is keeping everything to herself and her husband. That's a woman that fears the Lord. You know why? Because being a whore in Israel is against the laws of God. It's against the laws of God. You know what I'm saying? So you being a whore is fact alone that you do not fear God. You might got a tattoo somewhere, which is a sin too. You got a tattoo says, only God I fear, or something to that equation. And guess what? You don't fear God. For one, you got a tattoo and you're a whore. You don't fear God. You know what I'm saying? Only thing you fear is being broke. That's all you fear. You're a coward. You know what I'm saying? But let's drop that. Let's drop that. No, let's get into it a little more. What is a shamefaced woman? Let's break that down a bit, because it's important to find her. You got to find her. You got to look hard for her. What is a shamefaced woman? If you're in class, type it in. I want to see if y'all can get this answer. What is a shamefaced woman that fears the Lord? If you're in class, let me know. What's a shamefaced woman? See if y'all paying attention. Well, for the sake of time, let me break it down for you. Oh, hold on, we got an answer. That's an acceptable answer. But let me sum it up for you. A shamefaced woman is a woman that follows the law. Now, what does it mean to follow the law? For one, her husband is the one that should be teaching her the law. Her husband is the one that should be giving her the law, right? So she must be following her husband. If she don't have a husband, I mean, she must be following her father, whether it's a spiritual father or a physical father. Somebody that's teaching her how to do right. And she is doing right. She ain't going against the way she was taught. A shameless woman goes against the way she was taught. You think Cardi B didn't know that she was a hoe? Cardi B knows she's a hoe. Meg Thee Stallion knows she's a hoe. They purposely going against the ways they were taught. They know they're whores. They know it. They just don't care. They're shameless. They're just going to throw it all out there. They're absolutely shameless. You know what I'm saying? But let's drop that. Let's go to Isaiah 3:16. You know what? I'm going to go back to the Apocrypha. I always spell Isaiah wrong. Isaiah 3:16. Love her 36. Give you a couple of seconds to get up and to catch up. You know what I'm saying? A couple of seconds to catch up. Alright, if you're there, Isaiah 3:16. Follow along with me if you're there. Moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty. Who are the daughters of Zion? If you're in class, let me know. Who's the daughters of Zion? As y'all think about it, let me give you a reminder of what the word haughty means. You know what I'm saying? Give you a quick reminder. Who is blatantly and disdainfully proud, having a showing of an attitude of superiority and contempt for people or things perceived to be inferior. Who is that? Who has that like a pro? Who does that? I know y'all don't. Y'all might want to be PC. You know what I'm saying? But who? Women of the 12 tribes are the daughters of Israel. Khan says the women of the 12 tribes are the daughters of Israel. Now, why do they have a? No, that's not how I want to ask it. Ask yourself today, the women that you deal with today, your cousins, your auntie, your mama, are they haughty? Do they have a feeling of superiority? Do they feel like they're superior to women that ain't like them? Do they feel like they're better than other women? Like, I've seen hoes call other women hoes. Like, that's weird to me. That is a haughty attitude. Because you don't even see the error of yourself. You feel like you're just too superior to even be on the same equal plane as another hoe. So think about that for a sec. Who do you see as a hoe? Who do you know as a hoe? You know what I'm saying? And just think about that. But let's continue and walk with stretched forth necks. Black women, they do walk with their head high. I mean, they've been praised and worshipped in this country for the past 30 years. So they really got their neck up, swinging it in all type of directions and everything. You know what I'm saying? They demand to be called queen, empress. You know what I'm saying? They demand to be called all these things that they are not proven to be. You know what I'm saying? Because they have a Christian mind. You damn right, sis. They got a Christian mind. And Christianity is the reason for all this. Come as you are attitude. You know what I'm saying? God loves the sinner, not the sin. He gonna love you regardless. That type of attitude is what's ruining the black and Hispanic community, and that's why our women are whores right now. Because the simple fact that the Christian church is not leading us properly. They're not leading us the way they should. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue with it. Stretch forth necks and wanton eyes. Do you know what wanton means? Let me know what you think wanton means. If you don't know, wanton is spelled W-A-N-T-O-N. If you don't know what it means, what does it mean to have wanton eyes? Remember, they're walking around with stretched forth necks. They are pride in the way they are. Why are their eyes wanton? What does wanton mean? What does wanton mean? Let y'all think about it. You know what? I'm just gonna give it to you. I'm just gonna show you. Wanton. Merciless, inhumane, wanton, cruelty. There's a lot of cruelty in the eyes of black and Hispanic women right now. But let's continue. Having no just foundation or provocation. They think they could do whatever they want. They don't need a reason. You can't tell them nothing. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue. Being without check or limitations, such as unduly lavish.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm organizing.
For what?
I'm hosting the homie meeting. I told you that.
Oh, the little meeting where y'all talk about other women's cakes.
No, that's not what we do. Talk about stuff in the community, black excellence, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. It don't even matter because I'm going to Brittany's. So what time y'all gonna be done?
Like 5.
Alright. I know not to come back because I know how you are.
Alright, cool.
Bye.
Yes.
What you yesing for?
Huh?
Huh? What you yesing for?
Oh, I was just saying yes that I have this side completely done.
Oh, okay.
Well,
What it do, man?
Man?
Oh, same old. But I bought the turtle.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, man. Hoping he'll turn into like a teenage mutant ninja turtle. We can fight crime together. But I'll let you know how that goes.
Okay. I mean, tax season make everybody buy dumb shit.
I'm the first one here?
Yep, everybody late. Hey, you mind helping me grab that table real quick?
Yeah, for sure. $5.
I mean, grab the table.
I'm dead serious, man. I need $5. It's tax season. I need that bread. I could have just moved this for 10, right?
Let's see what that is. Craig!
What's good? What's good,
What's
man?
going on with you?
Oh man, same old. Man, what's up? Wow. Oh man.
Let me go ahead and grab these
Shit,
sheets real quick.
man. Here you go.
Look at that, thank you.
Now get coffee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Alright, cool.
So, where's everyone else at?
Oh, well, you know, the homie Soap is still locked up, so.
I spoke to him. He said he'd probably get out in about 3 months on good behavior.
What?
Yeah, man, getting out.
Damn, man, that's crazy. That's dope.
Who's Soap?
Oh, Soap, he's one of our homies. He's basically locked up right now for stealing soap.
He's locked up for stealing soap?
Yes, sir. Well, you know, the system is against us, so.
But they threw him in jail because he wanted to be clean?
Yeah.
Scandalous. I don't know. Well, shoot, where's Jasmine at? I know she said she was going to be here.
Oh, yeah, she's on the way. She just texted me. She said she's going to be a few minutes late. So.
Oh, okay. Cool,
Yeah.
cool.
I can't wait. Shall we?
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I heard your girlfriend was down at the barbershop letting the homies look at her cakes.
Yep, I heard that too.
Where'd y'all hear that from?
Jamal.
He be lying.
Yep, and I also heard her cheeks were so damn big every time she took a step, it was clapping like the God of Thunder.
Boom, boom, boom. Jamal told y'all that?
I got footage.
Yeah. Well, did he tell y'all his girl was out there too? And her ass was so fat that every time she walked, both of them clap at the same time.
So she's a God of Thunder too?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Do you have footage?
No.
We told you about recording shit. And the moment you pull the phone out, this is a second strike.
Yeah, man, you're slipping, bro. I'm impervious to the cakes because you didn't have your phone.
Hey, Alhaj, how are you?
Victoria, what are you doing?
You know, I gotta use the bathroom, so can I use yours?
Okay, where is Jasmine?
She got a flat tire. She said she was on her way, but she probably gonna be a little late. I really gotta use the bathroom. Thank you. Hey, guys.
Hell yeah, I saw that. There was nothing else I saw.
Did you miss it?
Mm-hmm. I'm never letting my girl come out here dressed like that.
Big violation.
Hey, man. The Browns got more Browns than us. You know what I
They
mean?
win.
Yeah!
Oh,
wow!
What's happening? Y'all know they ain't no home in me without Jazz.
You feel me? Anyway, I heard about your flat.
How you know I had a flat?
Oh, Victoria told us.
When she called you or something?
No, she's in the bathroom.
The fuck my girl doing here?
She said she had to use the bathroom.
Oh, man. Dang. Y'all better not been looking at my girl's cakes either.
I mean, I don't remember nothing.
Hey, babe.
For those technical difficulties. Yeah, everything got backed up, but yeah. I can see we back on. He's still this is Most High in Christ. My bad for the technical difficulties. But just in case you ain't see the definition exactly, I was trying to read it before these technical difficulties, but this is what it states, you know what I'm saying? Wonton as an adjective. An adjective is a word that describes a noun, which are like wonton is the adjective, the noun is eyes. Now, having no just foundation, provocation, unruly, being without check, lewd, playfully mean. That describes black and Hispanic women to a T nowadays. There's no softness to them. It's all about their sexual liberation. It's all about them proving that they are superior sexually. That's what everything is about now. You know what I'm saying? Instead of keeping everything in the bedroom like a grown adult and human being would do. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're about. Since your definition was on point, it was definitely on point. You know what I'm saying? But I just had to get that through with that technical difficulty real quick. But definitely, they walking around with wonton eyes and all that other good stuff, man. But hold on, let me get back to where I was, alright? With wonton eyes. Walking and mincing as they go. They're walking and mincing as they go. They're shaking their thing, man. They're trying to bring attention to themselves. You know what I'm saying? They're getting attention to and making a tinkling with their feet. They definitely trying to make some noise. You know what I'm saying? Black women have this thing, man. Black women love some ankle bracelets, man. They rocking ankle bracelets, making a little tinkling. You're hearing them come and go. You hear them. They're bringing notice to themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because they're shameless women, for one. They're shameless women, so you know they want attention. They want all the attention in the world. Attention is their number one commodity. It's what they live for, is attention. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue. Hold on, let's go to Leviticus 21:9. If you're there, you there, rolling. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? If you're there, we're going to go to Leviticus 21:9. Alright, if you're there, catch up with me. You know what I'm saying? We about to get this thing popping right now. Leviticus chapter 21 verse 9. And the daughters of any priest, if she profane herself by playing the whore. Now this is a little insider for those, you know what I'm saying, like us in the ISUPK. If you have a daughter and she profanes herself to being a whore, she's literally going against your word, going against the way you talk. She's sexually liberated, as they like to say. She's sexually liberated. Well, let's continue. She profaneth her father. She shall be burnt with fire. Just like almost every sin, the punishment is death. Sin is the payment for death. Death is the payment for sin. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want your daughter to be burnt alive, man, teach that girl. Teach her. You know what I'm saying? Don't lead her astray. Let her know who she is. Let her see the shame of being a whore. You know what I'm saying? Bear with me one sec. Bear with me. Nobody there. Now we're gonna read that one back again from the top. Leviticus 21:9. And the daughter of any priest, if she profane herself by playing the whore, she profaneth her father. She giving her father a bad name. You know what I'm saying? She shall be burnt with fire. It's just that simple. She shall be burnt with fire. But let's continue. Let's go back to the Apocrypha. Let's go back to the Apocrypha. Alright. Ecclesiasticus, chapter 23, verse 22. Thus shall it go also with the wife that leaveth her husband, and bringeth in an heir by another. So you got this woman who leaves you. Basically, she's out there with another dude. She's again pregnant. You know what I'm saying? With another dude's kid. But not even that, man. The woman just a hoe. She's a hoe. She's been with the dude multiple times. She saying her first time with the dude just because she got pregnant. It ain't no one-time mistake. You know what I'm saying? For first, she hath disobeyed the laws of the Most High. What is the disobeying of the law of the Most High? The disobeying of the law not to get pregnant? Nah. Disobeying of the law for her sleeping with another man when she's married. She has a husband. She had it right at home. She probably turned her man down 1,000,000 times while she's thinking of another man. You know what I'm saying? And secondly, she hath trespassed against her own husband. She has betrayed her own protection. She has betrayed her own guide. You know what I'm saying? The one that's supposed to be willing to die for her. She has betrayed that. So it's not just that she betrayed the Most High, which is the most important part. You betrayed the Most High. But you betrayed the one that's supposed to be giving his life for you. The one who's supposed to be willing to die for you. The one who's supposed to be willing to kill for you, protect you, teach you, mold you. You know what I'm saying? And you betrayed that for an entanglement with who knows who. Probably just for some attention because your man didn't give you no attention. You want to go out and have an entanglement. Grow up. Grow up. It's just that simple. Grow up. And thirdly, she had played the whore in adultery and brought children by another man. So to bring the children is just an extra. But she played the whore. She played the whore. She was a whore. She played it. Played it well. Get the girl an Oscar. She played the whore, and now she got to be burnt with fire. Now she has to die. You know what I'm saying? Now she has to feel the wrath of the Most High because of whatever emotions and thoughts was going on in her head. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue. Let's go to Proverbs 30 and 20. Alright, if you're there with me, you're there with me. If you're not, you're not. I'll give y'all a second to get there. Alright. Give y'all a second to get there. I'm all stuck together like that. Alright, if you're there, you know what I'm saying? We want to get with it. Proverbs chapter 30, verse 20, right? And it reads, such is the way of an adulterous woman. This is the ways of an adulterous woman. This is their way of thinking. This is their way. This is the way they act. This is how they do, right? Let's read. She eateth. She's going to do what she do. An adulterous woman's going to do what she do. A hoe's going to do what they do. That's why I don't believe this saying. Don't get me wrong. But they say you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. And that's really why right there. Because she eateth, right? She going to do what she do. And wipeth her mouth. She going to be done with what she does. You know, she making out. She's trying to clean up. She's trying to, you know, make things look good. She clean it up. And saith, I have done no wickedness. She going to do what she do. She going to tell you she ain't do no wrong. She ain't going to do no wrong. You know how many dudes I know got set up and killed over women? And they act all innocent about it. Women out on OnlyFans talking about it's just entertainment, making up all types of excuses. Women on the street corner talking about they gotta do what they gotta do. They ain't doing no wrong, it ain't your business, mind your business, and I ain't bothering you, or all types of other nonsense that they spew from their mouth. You know what I'm saying? This is what they do. They eat. They destroy men. They destroy themselves. Clean up. And tell you they ain't do no wrong. They ain't do no wrong. That's their mind state. You know what I'm saying? But let's drop that. Let's get to Proverbs 23. Let's stay in Proverbs for a bit. This is one of my favorites too, right here. So I remember the verse. Proverbs 27, I believe. Girl, I think it's 28 or 20. I'm just gonna put 28. I'll give y'all a couple seconds to get there. Proverbs chapter 23, verse 27. Alright. For a whore is a deep ditch. What does it mean? A whore is a deep ditch. What is that saying? What is that saying? I'll let y'all think about it for a sec. What is it saying that a whore is a deep ditch? Is that talking about her walls, her vagina cavity? What is it talking about? What does it mean that a whore is a deep ditch? Let me explain to you what it means. Let me explain to you what it means. She's a trap. A deep ditch is a trap. You fall in that deep ditch, it's hard to get out of. It's hard to get out that deep ditch. And every whore is a deep bitch. You get with her, you have sex with her one time, you got what you want, hooray, you brag it to your homies, next thing you know, she calling you, I'm pregnant. She probably got pregnant by 3 dudes before you or the 20 dudes after you. Who knows who actually impregnated the whore? Who knows? But she's telling you that. She's probably telling the other dudes that too. Trying to figure out who's going to be the dumb one. But a whore is a deep ditch. She is a trap. You done with her, you might end up with AIDS for the rest of your life. You might end up with something nasty for the rest of your life. Because you couldn't control your lust for a woman who ain't worth a dime, who ain't worth spit. She ain't worth nothing. You know what I'm saying? And a strange woman is a narrow pit. A strange woman is a narrow pit. What do I mean by strange woman? A strange woman is a woman that you don't know, you're not familiar with. That's twofold. There's women of your people you're not familiar with, and there's women who are not of your nation, period. You're not familiar with them at all. Being whores is a part of their culture. They're all whores. But there's whores amongst your people who are strange women because you're not familiar with them. You don't know what they're about. You don't know what their life's like. That's how so many brothers get set up. Chick invites you over to her spot. Next thing you know, her spot got 30 dudes up in there ready to rob you or kill you. Or you invite her to your house and she got 30 dudes surrounding your house trying to sneak in and kill you. She's a deep ditch. She is a trap. Stay away from her. Cardi B is a trap, and Offset got snared by that trap. She's gonna suck the life out of it. He gonna be just like Will Smith. Will Smith got caught up in a trap, and look at him. Will Smith looked like he's about ready to end it all. He's about ready to be done with it. You know what I'm saying? Well, let's continue. Verse 28. She also lieth in wait as for prey. She's out there on that street corner. She's out there on that internet. Thirst trapping. That's what they call it, right? Thirst trapping is when they post up seductive pics to get a brother caught up in their web. You know what I'm saying? To get a brother to respond. Now, if they don't deem you to be a worthy catch, they'll shame you, be like, oh, you're thirsty, she gonna post screenshots and all that. But then there's those that she think is worthy, who's gonna catch it worse than you. You lucky if she don't think you're worthy. You lucky you dodged the bullet. You know what I'm saying? You dodged that bullet. But there's dudes who she finds worthy, who end up, you know what I'm saying, who end up robbed, who end up her baby daddy for the rest of her life, who end up married to her while she's sleeping with 30 other dudes, and you're married to her. You're the one that's supposed to protect this whore. You got to give your life up for a whore. Who wants to give their life for a whore? Who? I don't know nobody who wants to give their life for a whore. But that's what these whores expect. These whores expect you to do that now. As if they have value. As if they're really some type of value. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue. And increaseth the transgressors among men. She's going to increase the transgressors among men. What does that mean? Well, what's the transgression? What is the transgression that they commit? Give y'all a moment to think about that. What is the transgression that they commit? Let me tell you about it, right? Let me tell you. The transgression that they commit, right? Is they sleeping with a woman that slept with a man before. Which means they are fornicating. They are committing adultery. Because when a woman lies with a man, that woman literally belongs to that man. So now, the next man she sleep with is literally committing adultery. So every man after that is transgressing the laws of God because they're committing adultery too. You know what I'm saying? They're all committing adultery. But this is the world we live in. So many of us black men have fallen victim to these type of women. You gotta be choosy. You gotta be choosy. You gotta look at these women, observe them. You laying with any of these women is gonna make it harder for you down the middle. You know what I'm saying? But let me continue. Let's continue. Okay. Where we gonna go? We're gonna stay in Proverbs, right? We're gonna drop down a couple of verses. Let me type it in real quick. Alright, if you're there, you're there. If you're with me, you're with me. You know what I'm saying? Alright, if you're there, read along with me. Alright? Proverbs chapter 23, verse 33. Thine eyes shall behold a strange woman. Like I broke down to you what a strange woman was, right? I told you what a strange woman was. A strange woman is a woman that you're not familiar with. What is a woman you're not familiar with? You're not familiar with an Arab woman. You're not familiar with an African woman. You're not familiar with a, Caucasian woman. You're not familiar with all these other women. But there's women amongst your own people you're not familiar with either because they're not acting like your people. Like, let me tell you something. Israel's supposed to be one body. Israel all act like we're all hype beasts. We're all like to cling to what's popular. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. We do what's popular as a people. As a people, that's what we do. And when somebody strays from what we do, you don't know what they're doing. You don't know because it's unfamiliar. It's not the popular thing amongst us to do. It's not part of our culture. She's doing some other stuff. You look at her, she all half naked, you're like, oh, she not with us, but you like what you're seeing, but you know it's a strange woman. You know it's not beneficial to you. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue. Let's continue. Alright. Thine eyes shall behold strange women. That's all we see nowadays, number of strange women. All we see is hoes. Black, Hispanic, and Native men, all we see is hoes. But let's continue. And thy heart shall utter perverse things. We see them. We see them. We like what we see. And when the scriptures talk about your heart, it's not talking about your actual organ that pumps blood. It's talking about your thoughts and the thoughts that you value. You know what I'm saying? This is a valuable thought to you. You see a naked woman, you're aroused. You're aroused. You enjoying the sight. And Mind you, it is against the laws of God to be viewing the nakedness of another man's property. So Cardi B being half naked, got her breasts all exposed in this video, she is drawing many men to sin. She's causing many men to sin. You know what I'm saying? That's what she's doing. Causing men to lust after a woman that has a man. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue. Yeah, thou shalt be as he that lieth down in the midst of the sea. You're going to be as the man that lies down in the midst of the sea. What happens to a man that lies down in the midst of the sea? What happens to a man that lies down in the midst of the sea? Explain that one. You're a whole full-grown man in the middle of the ocean or the sea. You're lying in the midst of it. For one, it's a depressing sight. But you're sure to die. It's guaranteed you're going to die. And that's what it's like being with a strange woman. It is death. It is nigh unto death. You are about to die. Offset is probably already dead. Now, not all deaths are physical. There's spiritual levels to death. You know what I'm saying? There's spiritual levels to death. And Offset is pretty much dead. I'm pretty sure he has no spirit in him at all. He has no fight in him. He has none of that. He just let this woman run rampant. He lets her do what she got to do to bring in the check. Bring in whatever dollar she could bring in, and he's happy. That is a sign of a weak man. He don't care for her. He ain't willing to protect her. Who knows how many stalkers that video created? Who knows? You got a person who never even heard of Cardi B before. Seeing that video, he gonna start stalking her. Literally. And he will be to blame because he's supposed to be her protection. But he don't have that fight in her. He ain't got that fight to tell her, yo, put some clothes on. Don't be exposing your breasts all up on the video. Don't be doing this, don't be doing that. Watch yourself. You're moving a little incorrectly there. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. If you want to get some stripper moves on as a married woman, that's cool. Go ahead. Just keep it in your house. Keep it in your house, because the simple fact is that's something that your husband is supposed to be privy to. He might want to see you strip. There ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But I'm pretty sure he don't want to see other men seeing you naked. I'm pretty sure he don't want to see that. If he's a man with any fight in him at all, he don't want his woman being enjoyed by other men. He don't want his woman giving other men sexual satisfaction. He don't want his woman pleasing other men sexually. And that's what whores do. No man wants his woman to be a whore. If she's a whore, most likely he's going to use and abuse her and be out. And claim he never had sex with her. No, I don't know what y'all thought. No, that never happened. Cause that's what it is. But we about to go to, oh no, we're going to continue this one. Oh yeah. Lie down in the midst of the sea, or as he lieth upon the top of a mast. Lie on the top of a mast if you want. You're going to fall. And you're going to fall to your death. But we're about to go to one of my favorite. This is how we want to define what a whore is. This is the best description of a whore. We're going to go to Proverbs 7. Let's start with 5. Ooh, I put that in wrong. My bad. Proverbs 7, verse 5. I put 7:5. Proverbs 7 and 5. We're gonna start there. We're gonna be jumping across this chapter because this chapter is on point, though. This chapter is on point. You know what I'm saying? I highly suggest that everybody read this chapter. Read this book, read this chapter. It's, especially when it comes to relations between the genders of black men and women. You know what I'm saying? But let's get with it. Proverbs chapter 7, verse 5. And they may keep these from the strange women, from the stranger which flattereth with her words. You got to keep your sons away from these strange women. Because these strange women got a gift of gab. I don't know if y'all actually listened to the lyrics of WAP. I don't know if you actually heard the lyrics. But they saying something that would attract any man's ear. Whores know how to talk to men softly, whisper in his ears, whisper sweet nothings. I mean, a priest in ISUPK won't fall for it, but many men do fall for it. You know what I'm saying? But let's get with it. They that keep thee, that they may keep thee from the strange woman, from the stranger which flattereth with her words. Verse 9. Drop down to verse 9, because you got to understand, a whore and a prostitute, a strange woman, they got that gift of gab. So let's drop down to verse 9 real quick. In the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark of night. So it's nighttime. You know what I'm saying? What's the nickname for a whore and a prostitute? What's her nickname? A lady of the night, right? That's her nickname. She's a lady of the night, right? Verse 10. And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of an harlot and subtile of heart. He got men walking around, you know what I'm saying? Soft men, young men, uneducated men walking around, and they're suckers for this. They're suckers for this. Man, woman, if she's half naked, she's wearing a harlot of an attire. She's wearing a harlot's attire. She's wearing a harlot uniform. The majority of young men are suckers for that. Yeah, do they walk through the valley of the skins? They see a little bit of flesh, their heart don't know what to do. They're going bonkers. They're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. They're going to holler at it. They're going to holler. She's going to whisper some sweet words. You know what I'm saying? But he sees her. She out there. She's half naked. She's subtile of heart. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue. Verse 11. She is loud and stubborn. How loud is Cardi B? How loud is Nicki Minaj? Well, Nicki not our people, so fuck her. How loud is Suki Hana? I think that's how you say her name, right? Suki Hana. How loud is she? How loud are these Cardi B wannabes? How loud is Little Kim? How loud is Foxy Brown? Whores are loud. They run their mouths. They run their mouths, and they're very stubborn. They're stubborn to the core. You tell them to do this is better for you, do it this way, they're going, no. They're very stubborn. You know what I'm saying? Stubborn as hell. But let's continue. let's continue. Her feet abide not in her house. Cardi B's never home. You heard the verse. You heard the verse. She says she don't cook, she don't clean, but let her tell you how she got that ring. She ain't doing nothing in the house. She don't cook, she don't clean, she don't do nothing. But she really got that haughty, wanton attitude, which makes her believe she's superior because she got a ring and she don't cook and clean. No. What you gotta do is tell her, you got no value if you don't cook and clean. You're worthless. You don't cook, you don't clean, you don't got no talents other than letting other people write your raps. That's what it is right there. She don't stay in the house. She ain't cooking and cleaning in the house. What the hell is she doing? She ain't bringing no value to the household. What is she doing? What? But let's continue with it. Verse 12. Now is she without, now in the streets, and lieth in wait at every corner. Now she's on those street corners. Not just a street corner. Now she's on those social media pages. Now she's on that OnlyFans. Now she's on that YouTube, that Twitter. She's out there. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. So she caught him and kissed him. She found the dude. She's going to pull him up and kiss him. Like, whores are very froward. Whores are very froward. They're very upfront. They're not going to mince words. They're going to let it know what it is. Hoes don't have no shame. So they're gonna put everything out on the table, right? So let's read that again. She caught him and kissed him, and with an impudent face said unto him, with a face, impudent face. Let's look up what this word impudent means. I'm gonna bring y'all on a little trip with me. Yeah, just in case y'all didn't know what harlot means, let's go to harlot. Harlot, a person who has sex with someone in exchange for money, basically a prostitute. That's what a harlot is. But let's go back to this. Let's go to impudent. And if y'all don't know what a word means, don't mind interrupting me so we can go on our dictionary trip. You know what I'm saying? Let me make sure I spelled that right. Let me make sure I spelled it right. I-N-P-U-D-N-T. Yep. Alright. Now, it says, the scripture says, right? And with an impudent face, and with a marked by contentious or cocky boldness or disregard for others. That's how her face looked. Her face was obsolete, lacking modesty. She was lacking modesty. Her face was lacking modesty. You know what I'm saying? That's what impudent means. You know what I'm saying? So she comes up to you very prideful. She comes up to you knowing exactly what she wants and is confident, almost willing to guarantee that you are willing to give it to her. She is almost willing to guarantee that. She is confident. Impudent. Impudent is very close to the word haughty. She knows that she got you. She knows that. Let's continue. And said unto him, she came up to him with an impudent face. This is how all whores do. They come up to you with an impudent face. And said unto him, I have peace offerings with me this day. Have I paid my vows? She has peace offerings for that young man. What is a peace offering? What's a peace offering? Let me tell you. A peace offering is what's the most peaceful thing a man could receive from a woman? What is the most peaceful thing a man can receive from a woman? What a man could be all rah-rah, hyped up, hostile, aggressive. But what can a woman do to cause peace to that man? What can a woman do to give that man peace? That man that's all rah-rah and just willing to do all types of madness. He's all stressed out. Let me tell you, she didn't give him some of that kitty. Give him some of that whack. And let me tell you something. Many men fall trapped to that. Many men fell trapped to it. But let's continue. Verse 15. Therefore came I forth to meet thee diligently, to seek thy face, and I have found thee. She was looking for him. She was looking for a sucker. Looking for a sucker. And she found that sucker. He was that sucker. I have decked my bed with coverings of tapestry, with carved works, with fine linen of Egypt. I prefer my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love. So look, the woman's a hoe. She's out there. She wants to relieve a dude's stress for some change, a little bit of change. What is she going to do? She's going to do whatever it takes to impress a man. Nothing impresses a man like a woman that smells good. Oh, she smells nice. He goes up in the house. House is clean. The bed actually has a box spring and a frame. Clothes ain't everywhere. And it smells good. He's impressed. Because I know many dudes who said they have went up in the chick's house after the club. House was a mess. He turned around and left. So there's women out there that know better than that. They know. They're professional hoes. Pro hoes. However you want to call it. They're pro hoes. You know what I'm saying? Professional with it. But let's continue. Let's continue. Let's just go. Let's go to yeah. Okay, come, let us take fill of our love until the morning. Let us solace ourselves with love. For the good man is not at home. So she is a married woman, and her man is not at home. And she's tempting another man to sin against the Most High. She is tempting another man to break God's laws, to walk in the valley of death. You know what I'm saying? He is going a long journey. He have taken a bag of money with him, so she broke. Her husband got all the money. You know what I'm saying? And will come home at the day appointed. So there's a day when she gonna come home. He gonna come home. She knows when he gonna come home. So they good. They good at that point. But let's continue. With her much fair speech caused him to yield. With the flattering of her lips she forced him. So he slowed down. He was like, oh, really? What? He ain't home? Oh. She flattered him. She trapped him. Hyped him up. Got him excited to commit sin. But let's continue. Let's continue. He goeth after her straightway. He ain't even skip a beat. He ain't skip a beat at all. As an ox goeth to the slaughter. So he is rushing basically to his death. Remember, what's the cost of all sin? Death. So he is rushing to his death. That's what he's doing. or as a fool to correction of the stocks. Let's drop down a few for the sake of time. Let's go to verse 25. No, 24. Let's go to verse 24. A little message real quick. Verse 24. Hearken unto me now, therefore, O ye children, and attend to the words of my mouth. So here's the lesson. Listen to what I'm about to say. It's important. Do what I'm about to say. Attend to it. You know what I'm saying? This is important words. Focus on it. We're giving you some lessons. We're giving you some gems. We're giving you some jewels. Bang. Take them. Take them. Let not thine heart decline to her ways. Don't fall for her trickery. Don't fall for nothing that she do. Don't fall for it. Don't let your heart decline unto her way. Don't give up to it. Whores are a dime a dozen. After a while, you get used to it and it bores you. Like twerking. Twerking not even entertaining no more. Twerking not entertaining. They killed it for married couples. A wife cannot even twerk for a husband no more. Because it's everywhere. It's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Decline. Let not thine heart decline to her ways. Go not astray in her paths. For she hath cast down many wounded. Yeah. Many strong men have been slain by her. Many strong men. From King Solomon down have fell to the powers of a whore. See, that power of whoredom is a very powerful weapon. Probably the most powerful weapon on this planet. But there's a righteous woman who knows how to use that power with all wisdom, and it can actually be beneficial. It can actually teach her people how to entertain their husbands and not the world. You know what I'm saying? Men are soft to women that actually do that. A woman that knows how to entertain her man only, who don't want the attentions of everybody else, who speak of her man as if he's as if there's nothing better. Every man falls for that. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of whores don't know that, so they treat every man as if they're their man, and they entertain every man. You know what I'm saying? But let me continue. Her house is the way to hell. Her house is the way to hell. Like Offset, he's in hell. I'm pretty sure Quavo and Takeoff is just laughing at him. I seen your woman's titty. I seen your woman's breast. I seen everything your woman had to offer me. I seen it. They clowning him. He's in hell. You know what I'm saying? He's straight up in hell. He has to worry about his little nephew seeing that. His little nephew seen his uncle's, you know what I'm saying, a woman's breast. Little nephew see it. You see the problem here? You see the problem with hoes? Sexually liberated women. They're sexually liberated, so I guess that's the way to say hoe now. They're ruining children. Let's get into it a bit. Let's get into it a bit, all right? Going down to the chambers of death. You know what I'm saying? That's where her bed is, the chamber of death. And many men have died there. Many men dead in that chamber. That bedroom killed many men. It is haunted by all types of men whispering to you. You know what I'm saying? You go up in that bed and next thing you know, you're not really feeling it. That's a warning from the men that she killed. You know what I'm saying? But let's go to Isaiah 30. What verse is it? I think it's 9. Let's go to Isaiah verse 39 through 10. Alright? Give y'all a couple seconds to catch up with me. Isaiah chapter 30 verse 9 through 10. If you're with me, read along. That this is a rebellious people. We are a rebellious people. We're not following the Most High's laws like we're supposed to. And Lord knows these whores definitely ain't. You know what I'm saying? We're a rebellious people. Cardi B is rebellious. Meg Thee Stallion, rebellious. Sukihana, rebellious. You know what I'm saying? Lying children, lying. Pretty sure most of those rhymes in there were lies. But those lies are fucking up people. But let's continue. Children that will not hear the law of the Lord. You think anybody could tell Cardi B to put some damn clothes on? You think anybody could tell Meg Thee Stallion to put some damn clothes on? Who the hell could tell them that? Who? They're not trying to hear that. Them being half naked is making them all the money in the world. They're rich off of being half naked. So you telling them God's laws is going to keep them broken. They don't want to do that. They don't want to follow God's laws. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue. Verse 10. Which say to seers, which say to seers, I'm a seer. I see what's going on. I see them. Bitch, go put some clothes on. You're half naked out in the streets. Nobody wants to see that. I'm a seer. I'm telling them the law. But peep it. See not. And to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. So, us being prophets, they don't want to hear what we got to say. They don't want to hear what regular people got to say when it comes to putting on clothes. They definitely don't want to hear from the prophets who telling them it's against the law for you to be such a hoe. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. Well, let me tell you what they want to hear. Let's continue. Speak unto us smooth things. Prophesy deceits. They want to be lied to. They know they're hoes, but they want you to call them queen. They want you to call them the most beautiful thing on this earth. Oh, man. They want you to speak all those BS. Oh, if I was with you, girl. You know what I'm saying? They want you to do all that. They want to hear those sweet things. They don't want to be called a hoe all day. They don't want to be called a bitch. They don't want to be called a slut. They want the lies. And that's an aspect for all of us in this hell that we call America. We all want to hear the lies. And prostitutes and whores are no different. They're no different. They want to hear the lies too. You know what I'm saying? They want to hear the lies too. Because the lies make them feel good. But let's continue. Let's continue. Let me tell you what we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to lie to them. We're not supposed to lie to them. But let's stay in Isaiah. Let's go to chapter 58. I believe it's the first verse. If you're with me, read along. Read along. First verse. Isaiah 58:1. This is a bedrock scripture. If you don't know this, remember it, because it's a highly important scripture. I'm going to take my time with it a bit. I'm going to spend like 2-3 minutes on it. It's a short scripture. I'm going to spend some time with it. Isaiah 58:1. Cry aloud, spare not. Be loud, be boisterous, and don't spare nothing. Forget about their feelings. I know they want to hear those sweet words, but don't give them none of those sweet words. Tell them that bitter, hardcore truth. Tell them everything. You're a bitch, you're a slut, you're a whore. Tell them all that. Tell them all that. Because that's what's going to save their life. You appeasing their sin is not going to do it. So cry aloud, spare not. Forget about their feelings. Because as a priest and a prophet, their feelings mean nothing. Their feelings mean nothing. Their feelings is what's going to drive them to death. That's what's going to kill them, their emotions, how they feel. But let's continue. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet. That means be loud. Be as loud as you can. Trumpets are loud instruments. You know what I'm saying? And show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins. They say only God could judge me. No, guess what? No, wrong. It's my job. It's my job to tell you what you're doing wrong. It's literally my job to tell you that you're a whore. It's literally my job to tell you that you're a slut. You're evil. You're wicked. You're unrighteous. You're clamorous. You're a bitch. It's literally my job to do that. So cry aloud, spare not, and show our people their transgressions. That's not limited to whores. That goes for your pastor too. Your pastor is supporting these whores. I bet you if you go on any of these pastors' phones, they